if you truly feel the way that your manifestation will feel once it gets here, so it's future, but you feel the way that it feels, then it's manifesting all over the place. And if it hasn't manifested, then that means that you haven't steadily felt the emotion long enough for there to be momentum, so that you are able to perceive the life that you're meant to perceive. So you're perceiving the manifestation all over the place. And the key word really is perception, perceiving. Reality isn't as real as you think it is. It's your translation of it. It's your perception of it. It's your opinion of it. And really, you can change it. You can see something that's vibrationally here as your true reality, and then the universe will just have to give it to you. And that's what we're saying. You can feel the way that your desire feels, even though it still feels far off, even though it still feels like the future. And so on your manifestations, your journeys, when you're trying to manifest something, you immediately notice that it's not here. And so it becomes sort of conditional. Many of your friends are very conditional with their love. They're very conditional with their alignment. They say, well, I can feel good. I understand that it's all about emotion. But the thing is, in my mind, I still think that I need to have the manifestation first, and then I'll have the emotion. And even if you've been watching these videos and you understand, okay, I have to feel the emotion, but then it feels like you're feeling the emotion in order to affect the manifestation, and then there's resistance even in the equation. So it just constantly feels like you're on the brink of manifestation. It feels like you're on the brink. It feels like you're waiting. It feels like you're on the brink. You're just ready. You're just like, if you could just go right over the last hurdle, you can finally get there. It feels like you're about to get over there, but you're still over here. And we're saying, but the thing is, you've already made the distance. You've already created that vibrational reality. You have already become everything that you want vibrationally. So you are already where you want to be. That's the thing, is you're vibrationally already there, and now you have to stay up to speed. And that's what we're talking about today. That's what manifestation is. It's about understanding that you have already become what you want. So now you're tuning into it, and as you tune into it, then there's momentum. And the first sign of your manifestation is an emotion. It's how you feel. And so if you understand that, then now you understand that you can actually control manifestation. You can. But the way to do that, the best way to do that, is not to identify what you want and then go after it. Because that's sort of, it's surrounded with, the doubt about the details, about things that you really don't know or have answers to. Like how, like when, like where. And so it makes you feel confused. It makes you feel scared. It makes you feel like you just can't do it because you're trying to buck a current. You're adding more resistance into the equation. It's always like this. It's always that you're the one who's introducing resistance into the equation. But it doesn't matter if you're introducing resistance into the equation. It's just that resistance makes it harder to perceive the vibrational reality. It makes it hard to perceive what has already become a vibrational reality for you. So really, we're not trying to get you to look over there and trying to see something. That's the thing, is you're not trying to see it. We're trying to get you to create the emotion. And as you create the emotion, then it has to come to you. Everything that you want has already become a vibrational reality. And so everything that you want it for one reason only. You think that you're going to feel better when you have it. You're going to feel happy. You're going to feel joyful. You're going to feel the ease and the flow of your life, the security. But the thing is, if you're wanting money and you realize that, okay, the reason why I want money is for security, is for freedom, you have to feel secure first. And that's where things get like, oh, but that's different than you've been sort of understanding it, because you think that if I do enough, then I'll get the manifestation. And when I have the manifestation, when I have the reality, once the money hits my bank account, then I will feel secure. Then I will have the emotional reaction to a physical reality. But we're saying that's not what a creator does. And if that is what you're doing, then you're just regurgitating. It takes too long, because it can work for you, but then it just takes too long. And so the way to speed your manifestation up is to feel for it, is to be unconditional in your alignment. It's to understand that everything that you want is for a feeling, and you can accomplish that feeling right now. And in accomplishing that feeling, you basically now don't need the manifestation anymore, because now you're feeling the way that you would feel. But the thing is, you think that in order for me to have a vibrational, emotional change, I need the reality to change first. What we're saying is that's not true. That's not true, because, and you know that, because you can it's like you can be in a hot environment and still feel, you can be hot, but you can still feel sort of calm in your mind, right? That's exactly what it is. Reality doesn't have to change for you to feel better. But the thing is, you want reality to change to feel better. But we're saying is, in order to change reality, you first have to feel different first. You can't complain about why you haven't had money and how it's so annoying and how you've been trying for so long and how the laws must be wrong because you've been doing everything that you can and it just doesn't feel like it's working and you don't know what's wrong and you think that it may not be meant for you, or you think that there's so more for you to learn. And it's not like that at all. It's just that you're not able to see it. You're not on the vibrational frequency of it. So that's the thing. When it feels like you're trying to see something, when it feels like you're on the brink, the real definition or the real meaning of that is that you're not on the vibrational wavelength. Because when you're on the vibrational wavelength of what you want, you're harmonizing with the vibrational version of it. So you feel as if you already have it. You feel the way that you feel when you have it. So then that makes you feel like, okay, so all I have to do is feel the emotion first. But the thing is, if I feel the emotion to get the manifestation, then now I'm not really feeling the emotion. let's say that again. So the thing is, if you're feeling the emotion in order to get the manifestation, then you're not really feeling the emotion, because now you're feeling the emotion, but you're also looking at reality. You're taking score, and in your taking score, you're introducing resistance. You're introducing your inability to see it, and so it just takes longer. But what are we really saying? We're saying don't get the manifestation out of the equation. Everything that you want is for a feeling. So find that feeling, identify and harmonize with that feeling. Why do you want your desire? That's the best question to ask yourself. Why do I want the money? Why do I want this business? Why do I want to write this book? And find the vibrational essence. Find the vibrational essence. Find the feeling of it. Find the core feeling. And it's really not that difficult. I mean, in the sense where your emotions don't really range from, like, you know what it is? It's like, everything you want is really just to feel good. You want to feel passion. You want to feel ease. You want to feel flow. You want to feel clarity. You want to feel joy and success and accomplishment and just the momentum and speed and exhilaration and all of those really good emotions. So find the emotion and become that emotion. Feel that emotion. Not because you want to make the manifestation happen, but because that's what you really want. You want the physical manifestation to get the feeling, but we're saying you can find the feeling. And then when you find the feeling, now you don't need the manifestation, but that scares you, because it's like, but if I find the emotion and I'm telling the universe I don't want the manifestation anymore because I already feel the security of the money, then won't the universe just like not, heed my desire? And we're saying, no, that's not how it works, because the universe is not like, those caregivers who are like, you really have to express that you wanted a new pair of shoes in order to get it. You really had to prove to them that the shoes that you had were really broken and that you were really struggling, and then they would give it to you. They would give up the goods after you sort of prove that, hey, I'm having a hard time. I'm struggling. I paid the price, right? But we're saying that's not how the universe works. The universe is not asking you to pay a price. To the universe, you have already become the vibrational version of what you want. You've already become it. The larger part of you, the source part of you, the other version of you, the other part of you, because you're really two parts. You're source energy. And the thing is, if you're not factoring in the fact that you really are source energy and that there's another being out there who's in your vortex, then you don't have the complete image of you, but that's a complete picture of you. When you think of yourself, you have to think of yourself as an inner being too, because that's who you really are. That's not some spiritual guide. That's who you really are. Just as you think that your personality, you assign that as you assume that's you, the other version of you is just as you are you. But it's just that version is non-resistant, and that version is up to speed with everything that you want. That version, your inner being, has already become rich. And that's what we're saying. Since your inner being has become rich, since every time you've asked, right? Every time life has caused you to ask for something, your inner being has become it. So now, since your inner being focuses on it, that means the law of attraction is also responding to your inner being's point of attraction, the other part of you. So everything that you want has already become a reality, because all the parts have already become sort of the reality that you will see one day. All the cooperative components have been gathered. But now all you have to do is just not see it as something that's big. It can't be far-fetched. You have to be it. You have to feel the way that it feels. Because when you're on the brink of something, it means, and this is how it goes, you say, I feel it. And since I feel it, I'm gonna soon see it. Because I can feel it, I'm close. I can feel how close I am. But we're saying that's a desire. If that's how you feel about your desire, if you feel that you feel it, but it's still not here, because think about that. If you feel it, you're feeling good about it, but you're still introducing the fact, you're still making your sort of thought process about the manifestation, your focus about the manifestation, then do you see how you introduce resistance right away into the equation? Because now because you're on the brink of it, you're not there yet. And since you're not there yet, that's what you keep getting. You have to feel the way that it feels. And we know, because it feels illogical, because what we are saying is you are already there. Once you feel the positive emotion of your desire, once you can talk about it and you feel good about it, and you can feel good about it, even though reality hasn't changed, but you have unconditionally felt good about it. Not because the emotion will give the reality to you, the manifestation to you, but because the emotion is what you really want. And so since you want the security of the money, then you can just feel secure. And in you feeling secure, then the money has to come, right? But the thing is, if that's not how it's been working out, then that means that you do feel secure, but you're feeling secure for the sake of the dollars. And so you feel like you're on the brink. You're like, I just feel like I'm on the brink. I feel like I should have the money because I feel it. But how come I'm not seeing? How come it's not? And so it just feels like the universe is breadcrumbing you, but it's not like that at all. Because when you're on the brink of it, it means that you're not really enjoying the emotion. You're not really understanding that the emotion is the manifestation. Because once you're experiencing the positive emotion, once the manifestation has manifested in the form of a positive emotion, then you are already there. Then you are now experiencing in real time your manifestation. And we know that defies your reality, because basically what we're saying is you're already there. And once you feel good, you are basically living your manifestation. But that's the way that it has to be. You can't say that you feel good, and that since you feel good, it's going to lead to the manifestation. We're saying no, because when that's the case, then you're just on the brink of it. You're always on the brink of it, and then you just remain on the brink of it forever. But we don't want that for you. We know through this fine tuning that you can understand that, okay, once I feel good, that's what I really want. And so You're going to spend more of your time in the receptive mode, and then suddenly you're just going to feel bursts of positive emotion. You're just going to have those emotions of, yes, I did it, I made it. You're going to feel accomplishment, you're going to feel success. But what we're saying is, when you're feeling those emotions, that's what you really want to feel. You want to feel the emotion. You don't need a reality. It's not about the reality that's going to come, because that's conditional. Make it unconditional. Make it about the vibrational essence. You see, you can't feel for your desire and feel good about your desire and notice that it's absent at the same time. So then it's all about momentum. It's all about how much sort of attention you give to one side of the stick. Absence on one side, presence on the one side. Every subject is really those two subjects. Which side are you focused on? And that's what your reality equals. That's what you're seeing. And so you can, you can make it, your desires, feel like the next logical step by practicing them, by practicing the feeling of it right now, because you don't need reality to change. And the thing is, if you're waiting for reality to change in order to feel different, then you're never gonna get reality to change. You have to feel different. But then it feels weird to you, because you're like, so you're telling me that I have to be out ahead of the vibration? And we're like, yes, you have to be out ahead of your desire. You can't feel the emotion of it for a little bit and then be like, okay, now that I feel positive, it's gonna come. We're saying, no, now that you feel positive, it has already come. You're now on the wavelength of it. And if you could just rest tight with the, okay, I have the emotion, so you're enjoying the emotion of it, meaning you're like, I feel secure, I feel so secure, I feel secure, then the money has to come and has to flow into your mind along the path of least resistance. And the thing about the vortex is that while you're in the vortex, the more time you spend in the vortex, you don't feel like you're the actor. You don't feel like you're the doer. You feel like you're the chiller outer. You feel like the dreamer. You feel like the pointer, the aligner of energy, the director of energy, like the way that someone leads an orchestra. That's how you feel. And so that goes against what you know as the action journey, which is no matter how you feel, you have to do it, because if you don't do it, then what's going to happen? You have to act. And we're not saying don't act. Well, we're just saying that in the vortex, you don't feel the need to act because there's no resistance. You see, when you're in the vortex, it's trippy because you already feel like you have everything. You're already there vibrationally, and you line up with that vibrational knowing. So as far as you're concerned, you're like, I'm already rich. I already feel like I have everything. I feel the feeling of everything. I don't necessarily physically have it yet. But the thing is, you don't have it physically yet, but you emotionally have it. And since you emotionally have it, then that's all the universe needs. That's all law of attraction needs. Because when law of attraction shines its light on you, they're like, hey, this person feels like they're a millionaire, because they feel the security of it. They feel it. So that must mean that they're a millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire, the best writer ever, the best singer ever. And then you're surprised and delighted, because the universe literally is paving the way for you. You're seeing everything unfold in front of your eyes. But the thing is, you're recognizing the manifestations because you're like, hey, like I felt rich, and so it makes sense that the money's here. You're like, yeah, true. Like I already felt this way. I felt this way. When people compliment you, you're like, yeah, because that's how I felt by myself before you complimented me. We're a vibrational match to each other. And so what you want is already vibrational here. It is vibrational here. You are becoming a better perceiver of it. And once you feel a positive emotion about your desire, you are already there. You are living your manifestation. And that's what's important, is to get out the physical sort of manifestation, the need to see it right now. Because the thing is, you're not going to see it. You're not going to see it until it's too late, until it manifests right onto the scene. But this whole time, this whole journey, you have to find pleasure in it. You have to feel the emotion all along the way. Because if you're not feeling the emotion all along the way, if you're not feeling satisfied, if you're not feeling the security of the dollars before the dollars comes, then the dollars are never going to come. You're just going to be there on the brink of everything that you want forever. But you don't need to, because now you understand, hey, I can feel secure even before the money comes. But the thing is, I'm not going to feel secure to make the money come. I'm going to feel secure because that's why I want the money. So if I feel secure first, since that's what I really want, since now I'm unconditional, which is I'm going to feel the emotion, not because I want to make something happen, because that's conditional, but because since the emotion is what I want, I can just have the emotion. But you see how most people are working so hard for the feeling. They want to create a reality. They want to create a business. They want to make a lot of money. They want to do action. They want to do everything that they could have avoided. Because when you have to act, right? When you feel like I have to act, I have to do action, you're always trying to overcompensate for the fact that you introduce resistance into the equation. That's the thing, is that's the only time where you have to act, right? Because when you're feeling negative emotion, you're all alone. You're alone when you're feeling negative emotion. That's why you feel negative emotion, because you're not being who you really are, and you must be who you really are. You must be that positive, pure positive, believing in your dreams being, because that's who you are. That's not only your birthright, it's who you are right now. It's who you are wanting to be. And that's why you want everything. Why you want everything is to stand right here where you now stand and truly be the aligned being and truly feel the energy of the universe pulse through you. That's what you really want. You want to feel the speed of your mind. You want to feel the speed of the specifics. You want to control the energy. You want to be the creator. And there's nothing better than being a creator and, finding a vibration and carving it and then watching what comes next. Watching the universal response. And when it's a good universal response, of course you're going to be happy, but you're going to know that you did it. So it's not chance, it's not luck, you know the formula. And the formula is, and this is the easiest way to say it, You have to feel the way that your desire feels unconditionally. And then the greater understanding beyond that is because everything that you want is for a feeling. So if you can feel the feeling and truly feel the feeling because you love the feeling and because you just enjoy the feeling of security, then the money has to come. But if you're doing it for the manifestation, then you slow everything down and it just feels like you're on the brink. Your dreams feel too big. But when you're feeling the way that your desire feels, then you're like, I already feel like it. I already feel like I'm a millionaire. So I don't have to act to become a millionaire because I already feel like I am one. And since you feel like you are one, then law of attraction does all the work for you. Law of attraction literally fills in the gaps. And then everything is easy. Now you understand the formula. So now go and create. Go feel satisfied. Go feel just how powerful this now moment is, because this now moment is where you and you are converging, where the physical version of you and the non-physical version of you are converging. So what that really means is, because remember, if your inner being has already become everything that you want, then when you're converging, you're really converging with everything that you want. So when you spend time to align yourself and connect to your inner being, connect to your higher power, that source energy, as we like to call it, then you're really connecting to everything that you want. So when you get into the vortex, when you just feel satisfied, then you're rich. You have everything that you have caused yourself to want. Everything. You are the vibrational equivalent to all of it. So do it for the emotion. Don't do it for the manifestation. Do it for the emotion, and now you have the formula.